Game time 7:53. Game time 7:53. Leading off for West Georgia, the pitcher, number 27, Alex Scarborough.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ozark, Alabama, historic Eagle Stadium. It is the third day of pool play. This is the last day of pool play. Into bracket play we go later on today. As a matter of fact, our 6 o'clock matchup will pit some champions. The champions from either Pool A, Pool B, Pool C, D, or E will advance. West Georgia and Taylor-Rehobeth participating in this one. Alex Scarborough leading things off for West Georgia. The team decked out in red. Here's the visiting squad of the blue, Taylor-Rehobeth. They are the home team. Count even at 1 on Alex Scarborough. Greg Johansson batting in the 2 spot. Austin Stevenson hits 3rd. Jalik DeMar is the 4-hitter. Josiah Powell is in that 5 spot. Kyle McFadden hitting 6th. Talon Hutchinson is the 7-hitter. Jacob Walker in the 8 spot. And Alex Serra batting in the 9 hole for West Georgia. Popped up and coming off the bump to make the catch is Isaiah Streety. And Alex Scarborough is out number 1.
Now batting the third baseman, number 23.
One gone for Greg Johansson. Taking a look at the defense. Taylor-Rehobeth has got Isaiah Streety on the hill. Behind the plate, Austin Harp. The first baseman is Martavius Edwards. At second, Daniel Phillips. Shortstop, Nick Cogman. Holden Everidge is at third. In the outfield, Brian Wheelis is in left. Sam Duke in center field. Chase Trammell is playing right. Popped up, foul territory. And over near the dugout goes Everidge, but it drops about a foot or 2 away from Everidge. And it gives another opportunity for Greg Johansson. Turns it into a long strike, and the count even at 1. Austin Stevenson to the on-deck circle. Outside with a Streety pitch. First game, day number 3. It is the 13th game played here at Eagle Stadium. Delivering with a base hit, Greg Johansson. And it's extra bases for Johansson as he will stand at second with a 1-out double and does a little dance routine at second. So Johansson doing the Pee Wee Herman, or maybe it's got another official name. But a double for Johansson, standing in second with 1 away.
Austin Stevenson.
Austin Stevenson coming to the plate. I forget that I'm old, they're young, and what I think is the Pee Wee Herman is probably some new dance. Outside it goes, the pitch to Stevenson. So Johansson, who had a base hit yesterday, getting a double in his first plate appearance here on day number 3. Over towards third, and Everidge not able to bring it in. That'll put West Georgia with runners on the corners here in the top part of the first as an E5 is charged to Everidge.
Now batting the catcher number 4, Jalik DeMar.
Jalik DeMar coming to the plate. Throw goes into center field. Johansson will score. And Austin Stevenson winds up at third, and another error has contributed to the advancement of runners. And West Georgia takes the 1-zip lead as Jalik DeMar steps in. Josiah Purnell moves to the on-deck circle. Popped up on the infield. Edwards over into foul territory. Dropped it. Was it fair or foul? That is fair. And coming in from third, Stevenson. Meanwhile, the throw to the plate, picked up by Hart, goes to second, winds up at center field. Hopping up is DeMar. He's on his way to third. He's there with a slide. So an E3, an E3, and an E2. Gets DeMar to third and brings in Stevenson. And it is a 2-zip advantage with Josiah Purnell coming to the plate and coach coming out of the dugout to talk to his defensive unit and say, guys, I realize it's just a little shy of 8 a.m. But we've been up for about an hour, hour and a half, and time to wake up the defense. So that's probably a variation of what happened there in that meeting. But coach not pleased with the fact that we have one out, so we're officially a third into the top part of the first, and there are 4 errors on the board. 2 runs have plated. 1 runner is at third, that is DeMar, and Josiah Purnell steps in as Kyle McFadden moves to the on-deck circle. Streety, the left-hander, delivering. It is fouled off by Purnell. And West Georgia taking their first lead in the World Series. Top part of the first. Let's get you updated on scores from a day ago. 15-zip. Ozark beats Jolton, Tennessee. And, of course, these are games from here at Eagle Stadium. DeQuincy, Louisiana, a 5-3 winner over Cana, Virginia. Hit to third, underneath the mid of Everidge, and from third comes DeMar. And Purnell is going to be credited with a base hit that brings in a run. Now they're changing it from a hit to an error. So it is an E5 that allows Stevenson to come in, scratch the RBI for Purnell, put him over at first. And Kyle McFadden will come to the plate. Strady with the throw over to first, diving back in safely is Purnell. Also yesterday, Enterprise, Alabama meets West Seminole 9-5. Wiregrass Cardinals 8-5 over Havana, Florida. Mendenhall, Mississippi beating West Georgia 15-4. And Taylor-Rehobeth losing to Monroe, Louisiana by a final of 12-2. First pitch outside of the strike zone to McFadden. Swung on, missed, back to the screen. Purnell to second. And the count evens at 1. Talon Hutchinson moving to the on-deck circle. Purnell getting his lead at second. Phillips drifting over to get him a little closer to the bag, and then back over he goes to the 2-bag spot and pitches outside 2-1. West Georgia, Taylor-Rehobeth, Alabama. Final day of pool play. 5 pool play games here as there is a swing and a miss by McFadden. And there are 4 pool play games today in Dothan at Wallace Community College. The Big Blue is telling guys to get in the dugout, and they're still just leaning on the wall, and finally a parent said, dugout. And they get into the dugout, and we can get back to the baseball. 2-2 offering. It's outside. Count runs full. 3-2. Three balls, couple of strikes, 1 out, 1 aboard, 3 in. West Georgia with the lead here in the top part of the first. On the outside part of the plate, and McFadden becomes out number 2.
Now batting, the left fielder
2 gone for
12,
Talon Hutchinson.
Talon Hutchinson.
Jacob Walker moving to the on-deck circle. 2 gone, 3 already in, 1 aboard. As Hutchinson lifts it over into foul territory and out of play, nothing in 1. Here at Eagle Stadium today, Taylor-Rehobeth in West Georgia. Chester County, Tennessee, Wiregrass Cards next. Noon, Calhoun, Louisiana, Charlotte County, Virginia. Mississippi Elites takes on Ozark at 2, 4 o'clock. West Seminole and DeQuincy, Louisiana. And the final game will pit the winners of Pool A and Pool B as we get into bracket play. Purnell with a stolen base. The throw underneath the mid of average. In to score Purnell. And West Georgia will take a 4-zip lead. And that is the 6th error in the inning. And it allows the 4th run of the game to come in, clears the base path. And Talon Hutchinson with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Streety's pitch, wrapped to Cogman at short, dropped it. Throw over to first, not in time, and the base runner is safe. Compliments of the 7th Taylor-Rehobeth error.
Now batting the second baseman, number 10, Jacob Walker.
Jacob Walker to the plate. Alex Serra moving to the on-deck circle. Throw down to first, safely back goes Hutchinson. A 4-zip West Georgia lead here in the top part of the first. Game getting underway a little prior to 8 o'clock. And we spent about 13 minutes in the top of the first. That is going to be scored as a base hit. Jacob Walker delivering into center field. And Hutchinson will go to third.
Now batting the right fielder, number 21, Alex Serra.
Alex Serra to the plate. Hutchinson at third, Walker the base runner at first. Serra steps in, top of the order, moving to the on-deck circle. And West Georgia has now sent everybody to the plate in the inning. It is floated too short. Cogman will make the catch. 2 will be left on. 7 errors, though, and 2 hits contribute to 4 runs. West Georgia leads it as we head to the bottom of the first.
There are restrooms located at either end.
It was in 1957 when 23 members of the Alexandria, Louisiana Youth Baseball Association saw the need to change a long-held practice of 13-year-olds competing in a division with 14 and 15-year-old athletes. These nearly 24 baseball progressives envisioned a league in which teens could exhibit their talents on a field custom designed for their skill sets, with rules that would allow for a smoother transition to traditional baseball-size playing fields. It was in that year that these baseball visionaries gave birth to DIXIE Boys Baseball. The program had humble beginnings, with 7 leagues formed in the first year. For 3 years, DIXIE Boys Baseball only existed in Louisiana, but in 1960, Mississippi joined, in 61, Alabama. And today, there are more than 350 leagues in 11 states, more than 1,200 teams, and better than 25,000 participants in programs for 13 through 19-year-olds. When DIXIE Boys Baseball turned 16, the now National Board of Directors of DIXIE Boys decided it was time to grow again, and in 1973 established DIXIE Majors Baseball for 15 to 17-year-olds. 5 years later, DIXIE Majors added 18-year-olds. The life of DIXIE Boys and Majors has been a progressive evolution, adding a scholarship program in 1984, creating Junior DIXIE Boys in 1996. The year 2000 led to the development of a Dixie Boys Directors Training Course, along with a gold medal performance in the USA Baseball Tournament of Stars. In 2006, 19-year-olds were allowed to participate in Dixie Majors Baseball. 2007, a pitch count was implemented in Dixie Boys Baseball to determine pitcher eligibility. Dixie Boys Baseball is recognized nationally for its efforts in promoting a safer environment for youth participants. In 2011, a Hall of Fame was created, with the only inductee that year, appropriately, program founder Bubba Brasher. In 2013, the 15U division was created and played their inaugural World Series this year, with 20 teams participating. Yes, it is 2016, a monumental season for Dixie Boys, our 60th year in existence, and what a fitting place to celebrate. Central Louisiana, just miles from where it all began 6 decades ago. Over the years, baseball has been good to Dixie, and Dixie has been good to baseball. Players who have donned the various uniform colors and styles with Dixie Boys and or Dixie Majors have gone on to play at every level of baseball, prep, collegiate, and professional. Yet even those who have concluded their baseball careers with Dixie Boys Majors Baseball applaud the character, discipline, and professionalism emphasized while participating in America's pastime. Outstanding volunteers found at the local, state, and national level have dedicated much time and effort to providing youth with the opportunity to play the great game of baseball. Dixie Boys and Dixie Majors recognizes the ever-changing landscape of youth baseball. However, one constant will remain: molding of young baseball athletes into not only better players, but better people. We are Dixie Boys Baseball, a proud baseball tradition.
First pitch in the bottom of the first. Chase Trammell will send it right back to Alex Scarborough, and Scarborough goes over to first. Trammell out of the 1-3 putout. So very quickly, one out here in the bottom part of the first after a 4-run top part of the inning. Chase Trammell leading off for Taylor-Rehobeth. Daniel Phillips batting in the 2 spot. Austin Harp is the 3-hitter. Nick Cogman bats 4th. Martavius Edwards the 5-hitter. Holden Everidge in the 6 spot. Sam Duke hits 7th. Isaiah Streety is the 8-hitter. And Briar Wheelis batting in the 9 spot. Alex Scarborough on the hill for West Georgia. Behind the plate, Jalik DeMar. At first, Kyle McFadden. The second baseman is Jacob Walker. Austin Stevenson at short. Greg Johansson is at third. Outfield's got Talon Hutchinson in left. Josiah Purnell is in center field, and Alex Serra is in right. Into the strike zone. 1 ball, couple of strikes. Daniel Phillips batting with 1 away here in the bottom part of the first. Overcast day, a little breezy here in Ozark. Winds currently blowing right to left. On the outside part of the plate, Daniel Phillips strikes out.
Now batting the catcher, number 17, Austin Harp.
And there's 2 gone for Austin Harp. Nick Cogman moving to the on-deck circle. Top of the first, 9 for West Georgia go to the plate. 4 coming in score, and here we are in the bottom part of the first with 2 up, 2 down. Harp trying to extend the bottom of the first. And Alex Scarborough trying to get his squad to the top of the second, having faced the minimum number of All-Stars from Taylor-Rehobeth. One ball, 1 strike. 80 degrees in Ozark. Should warm tonight. He feels like 88, 89% humidity. Winds out of the southwest at 6 miles an hour. Visibility is 8 miles. And the UV index is 1. Currently, the iPhone weather app saying no rain until this evening. Count evens at 2 on Harp. Keep in mind it said no rain yesterday, and we had about a 25-minute shower in the first game. Two offering to Harp. Swing a miss, 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the first. We go to the second. West Georgia leading it by 4.
frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Ozark, a quaint southern town in southeast Alabama, home of Fort Rucker, the world's largest helicopter training facility, and the Army Aviation Museum. While you're in Ozark, enjoy unique shopping and dining. Visit our beautifully manicured downtown square, home of Claybank Jamboree and the Ozark Crawdad and Music Festival. Relax at Ed Lisenby Lake with its excellent fishing and 3-mile walking and birding trail. But no baseball enthusiast can leave Ozark without visiting historic Eagle Stadium, built in 1946. Come enjoy Ozark.
We head to the top part of the second in a 4-zip contest. Still waiting on a catcher, and here comes Harp. The reason for the Harp late arrival behind the plate, he was the last at bat in the bottom of the first, so had to get some gear on before getting behind the plate to begin the top of the second. Back to the top of the order for West Georgia. Alex Scarborough, who began the first, begins the second. Greg Johansson and Austin Stevenson due up in the inning, too. 4-zip advantage, West Georgia. Final game of pool play for both. Neither team, based on a couple of losses, has a chance to represent their pool in bracket play. So this is a pride game for the two teams. Trying to pick up a victory here in the World Series pool play. Outside with the first pitch to Alex Scarborough. Here are the games today over at Wallace-Dothan. Mendenhall, Mississippi, Monroe, Louisiana, 10 o'clock. Havana, Florida, and Ruston, Louisiana. Greenbrier, Tennessee takes on North Charleston at noon. And Joelton, Tennessee, and Gonzales, Louisiana tangle at 2. Also got a 4 o'clock game there. And that's a little different than days gone by. There were no 4 o'clock games at Wallace-Dothan. Hit to Everidge at third. And Scarborough on as the error is committed by Everidge. Greg Johansson, who had a double his last at-bat, coming to the plate. And now a swap. Cogman is going to third, and Everidge has moved to short. Right back up the middle. And the out over at second as it is picked up by Phillips. Steps on the bag ahead of the arrival of Alex Scarborough.
Now batting number 17, Austin.
And there's one away as Austin Stevenson comes to the plate. So games at 8, 10, 12, 2, and 4 here and at Wallace-Dothan. And then at 6 o'clock, this is dropped into right field, a base hit for Austin Stevenson. Johansson is on his way to third. He's waved home. Throw comes in to Everidge, but not before Johansson will score. And Stevenson credited with the RBI that drives in the 5th run of the game for West Georgia. That is the 3rd hit of the game for West Georgia. Jalik DeMar, who reached on an error, advanced on an error, and advanced 90 feet more on an error. coming to the plate here in the second. 3 errors in his first inning at bat. Sends it over to Cogman at third. Fields fires over to first, has it there in time. Out number 2, then going to third is Stevenson. So DeMar hits into the 5-3. Stevenson at third, Josiah Purnell coming to the plate. Inside pitch on Purnell. Kyle McFadden moving to the on-deck circle. Purnell reached on an error. He too advanced on an error. Swing and a miss, count evens. Throw to third, designed to pick off Stevenson, rolls towards left. Stevenson could have come home, but he instead stays put. One pitch on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, couple of strikes. Purnell, the right-hander. Right foot, head of a left, pitches outside, goes to the screen. And he's out at the plate. Harp able to retrieve, Streety covering the bag, or the plate rather. Stevenson slides into the tag. West Georgia coach arguing, but the throw was there, and the out is registered. 5-zip West Georgia lead. We go to the bottom of the second.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Your stay in Morristown at the Best Western Plus Morristown Conference Center Hotel. When checking in, be sure to show your Best Western Rewards card and earn points. And make yourself at home in their spacious lobby, plenty of seating room, and a large screen TV await. Enjoy complimentary hot breakfast served from 6 to 10 each day, where you can make your own waffle in the breakfast room. For your comfort, you'll find kitchenettes and suites, king and queen size beds, a dining table, a work desk, and a chair, and LCD televisions in their rooms. They also have accommodations for conferences, banquets, and meetings. The Oakwood Room can accommodate up to 160 guests. The Cherokee Room is perfect for a business retreat and can accommodate up to 80 guests. Audio-visual equipment and catering are available to make your event special. Just give them a call to check rates and book one of their meeting or banquet rooms today. The Best Western Plus Morristown Conference Center Hotel.
Bottom of the second, Nick Cogman leading things off. Couple of pitches into the bottom of the second. One outside of the strike zone, one into it, and the count evens at 1. Martavius Edwards, Holden Everidge due up for the inning 2. West Georgia getting a run out of the top of the second. Another strike to Cogman. One ball, couple of strikes. Alex Scarborough working the second inning. Popped up towards center field. Purnell will go over, reach up, make the catch. And Cogman is out, number 1. One away for Martavius Edwards.
Batting number 30, Martavius Edwards, the first baseman.
Holden Everidge moving to the on-deck circle. One away, nobody aboard. Martavius Edwards started on the hill yesterday for Taylor-Rehobeth. Worked a 3-man set. And then came off the hill, went to first, stayed the rest of the game there. Starting at first in this one. Another pitch on the outside part of the plate from Scarborough, and the count goes 0-2. Holden Average to the on-deck circle. Foul back by Edwards. And it is 0-2. Kudos again to all the folks here at Ozark with the recreational department, putting on another great show and making sure this field is prepped very quickly. It's been taking about 17 minutes to get things fixed field-wise for the next game. Edwards swings, misses, and is strike out number 3 in the game for Scarborough, out number 2 in the second.
Now batting, number 10, Holden Average.
And there's 2 gone for Holden Average. Sam Duke to the on-deck circle and is fouled away by Average. And now Average is instructed to take care of the jewelry. Got a necklace on, and Blue says it's got to go. So Average taking the necklace off. I think he's going to stick it into the pocket. Get the batting gloves back on and then get back into the batter's box with an 0-1 count. 2 gone, nobody aboard. We're in the bottom part of the second. West Georgia and Taylor-Rehobeth, Alabama. Battling it out here at historic Eagle Stadium. Built in '46, but baseball's been played here for a very, very long time. 0-2 on Average. Top of the third, Purnell, McFadden, and Hutchinson all coming to the plate for West Georgia. Here is the Scarborough 1-2 offering. On the outside part of the plate, Average strikes out. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the first and second. We go to the third. 5-zip, West Georgia.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Ozark, a quaint southern town in southeast Alabama, home of Fort Rucker, the world's largest helicopter training facility, and the Army Aviation Museum. While you're in Ozark, enjoy unique shopping and dining. Visit our beautifully manicured downtown square, home of Claybank Jamboree and the Ozark Crawdad and Music Festival. Relax at Ed Lisenby Lake with its excellent fishing and 3-mile walking and birding trail. But no baseball enthusiast can leave Ozark without visiting historic Eagle Stadium, built in 1946. Come enjoy Ozark.
Wherever life takes you, remember all roads lead to Econo Lodge. We make travel easy. Econo Lodge, easy stop on the road.
Top of the third, Josiah Purnell steps in. the same Josiah Purnell, who was in the box when the top of the second came to an end, but that was because Austin Stevenson tried to come in from third on a wild pitch and got tagged out at home plate. Purnell dropped at short. And that, by the way, I believe is Harp now at short. And Harp will drop it, and Purnell is on. So Austin Harp, who started the game behind the plate, has now moved to shortstop. Gavin Cole, by the way. Looking for the new catcher. It is Gavin Cole. And I currently do not see Everidge on the diamond, so I am making the assumption that Cole will bat in the spot previously occupied by Everidge. So let's put him there at the 6th spot, at least for the moment. Stolen base for Purnell. And a base runner in scoring position for Kyle McFadden. McFadden struck out in inning 1. He was the middle out in the inning. Pitch outside from Streety, 2-0. Talon Hutchinson moving to the on-deck circle. Five pools, A, B, C, D, and E. Best team from each pool advancing to bracket play. Pool A, Wiregrass Cards, Chester County, Tennessee, Havana, Florida, and Ruston, Louisiana. And I believe Wiregrass Cards are unbeaten in that pool, and maybe the only unbeaten team in that pool. Pitch will go behind McFadden. McFadden will walk. And now they say it hit McFadden. So it is a dead ball, and that means Purnell cannot advance. And base runners at first and second, and it appears as though we're going to get a pitching change. And Streety is indeed coming off the hill. So a new pitcher coming in. Find out who when we return. Top of the third, the new pitcher is Nick Cogman. Coming in from the outfield to play third, where Cogman was previously, is Chase Trammell. Brian Wheelis moves from left to right field. Isaiah Streety moves from the hill to the outfield. Wild pitch to open things from Cogman, and Purnell will go to third. McFadden to second. So runners at second and third. Talon Hutchinson, 1-0 count. Cogman giving base runners a look. And delivers on the inside part of the plate. Count evens at 1. Jacob Walker to the on-deck circle. West Georgia with a 5-zip lead here in the top of the third. Cogman to the backstop. And Cole's going to be able to retrieve before runners will advance. Purnell staying at third, so obviously McFadden at second going nowhere if Purnell's going nowhere. Here's the 2-1. Hutchinson able to get a piece of it. And it will even the count up. Last of the 6-game days. 6 games on Thursday, 6 on Friday, 6 today. Into the dirt, rolls away from Cole and nearly goes to first. And Purnell will come in and score. McFadden goes to third. Hit to second. Fielded there by Phillips. He will go over to first, get the out. The 4-3 brings in McFadden, though. And there's one away with the 7th run of the game in for West Georgia.
Now batting number 10, Jacob Walker.
Jacob Walker next. High with the Cogman pitch. Jacob Walker had a single in the first, batting here in the third. In a 7-zip game, West Georgia. Cogman, second pitcher of the day. Isaiah Streety worked officially an inning, faced 15, gave up 3 hits, struck out 1, no walks, and allowed 7 runs. Fouled out of play by Jacob Walker. One-two offering. Walker popped up on the infield. Trammell coming over makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Now batting number 21, Alex Serra.
Alex Serra to the plate. He popped out to short in the first, batting here in the third. A 4-run first, a 1-run second, a couple of runs in the third for West Georgia. Leading at 7-zip here in the top part of the inning. When you get to the bottom part, bottom third of the order to them, Sam Duke, Isaiah Streety, Brian Wheelis. Into the strike zone to even the count up. One ball, 1 strike. Cogman delivers. Chop towards Phillips at second. Fields fires, not in time. And that is going to be an infield single, 4th hit of the game for West Georgia. Alex Serra getting on. And we go back to the top of the order with Alex Scarborough coming to the plate.
Alex Scarborough.
Scarborough has popped out to the pitcher and reached on an error. Greg Johansson moving to the on-deck circle. Cogman's pitch almost got Scarborough. It does get Sarah to second. And the count 1-0. One home run here at Eagle Stadium in the World Series. Another wild toss. Cole will go to third. Trammell trying to lay the tag on Sarah, but able to get in first before the tag. So Sarah, with a single and 2 wild pitches, has him at third. Two-0 count on Scarborough. In towards center field, but it is right to the center fielder, Sam Duke. And Scarborough with a flyout will leave Sarah on. 2 more runs played. It's a 7-zip West Georgia lead as we head to the bottom of the third.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Ozark, a quaint southern town in southeast Alabama, home of Fort Rucker, the world's largest helicopter training facility, and the Army Aviation Museum. While you're in Ozark, enjoy unique shopping and dining. Visit our beautifully manicured downtown square, home of Claybank Jamboree and the Ozark Crawdad and Music Festival. Relax at Ed Lisenby Lake with its excellent fishing and 3-mile walking and birding trail. But no baseball enthusiast can leave Ozark without visiting historic Eagle Stadium, built in 1946. Come enjoy Ozark.
Leading off the center fielder, number 47, Sam Duke.
Sam Duke starting off the bottom part of the third for Taylor-Rehobeth. Isaiah Streety, Brian Wheelis due up in the inning 2. Here's the Alex Scarborough pitch to begin the inning. It is fouled off. Scarborough has not allowed a base runner yet, has struck out 4, walked none. Sam Duke, Isaiah Streety, Brian Wheelis due up in the inning. No 1 pitch. Duke again will foul it out of play. Oh, don't forget about Facebook and Twitter, by the way. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, all by opening up a brand new browser. On Twitter, we are at JockJive. Facebook, we are at JockJive Sports, and on YouTube, JockJive Sports 2. And there goes the perfect game as he pops Sam Duke.
Number 18, Isaiah Street.
And Taylor-Rehobeth has got their first base runner of the game. It's Sam Duke, compliments of being hit by the pitch of Scarborough. Isaiah Streety to the plate. Throw going over to first, and that's going to be an error that will get Duke up and running. He's off to second. So Sam Duke getting into scoring position for Isaiah Streety. Scarborough hitting Duke and then advancing him to second. on the wild toss over to first, designed to pick him off. Inside on Streety. Streety started on the hill, went to left field when Nick Cogman came in. Officially worked an inning on the bump. Was in the second when pulled. Into the dirt from Scarborough. But again, back to Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You don't have to close out the browser that's got your game coverage. You can open up a brand new one. And I'm guessing 30 seconds for each task, and you're done. Swing and a miss by Streety. And of course, we keep you updated on score schedules and more on the social media sites on YouTube. All kinds of games listed over to first. And that will bounce away from Kyle McFadden. And Isaiah Streety is on as Duke goes to third.
Now batting number one.
And now a couple of West Georgia errors in the inning, resulting in a couple of base runners as Brian Wheelis comes to the plate. And Taylor-Rehobeth looking to plate their first run of the game here in the bottom of the third. Throw over to third, and I think he's out. He is. Sam Duke thinking the throw is going down to second to get Streety. Instead, the throw went right back to the pitcher, and Scarborough goes over to third, and Duke is tagged out. Two balls, no strikes on Brian Wheelis. Chase Trammell moving to the on-deck circle. Streety taking his lead at second, trying to hold him on there is Jacob Walker. 3 outside of the strike zone. Scarborough stepping off the backside of the bump will step back on. 3 balls, no strikes. Inside pitch, Wheelis walked, and we go back to the top of the order for Taylor-Rehobeth here in the third, with a couple of base runners aboard and 1 away.
Now batting number 20, Chase Trammell.
Chase Trammell hit into the 1-3 in the first. Daniel Phillips moving to the on-deck circle. Pitch coming in low, 1-0. When you get to the top part of the fourth, near the top of the order, Greg Johansson, Austin Stevenson, Jalik DeMore all coming to the plate for West Georgia. Final game in pool play for both of these teams. And West Georgia has played all of their games here at Eagle Stadium. Taylor-Rehobeth playing their first game in Wallace-Dothan and the remainder here. Large park, by the way. 1 home run given up, and that was not a home run out of the park. It was an inside the Parker. I think the closest to the wall, maybe about 10 or 15 feet off. Poked in the direction of center field. Purnell can't make the diving catch. Throw going to third, trying to get the force out. It's over Trammell's head. Cole will retrieve at the dugout. And I think Streety scores. He's walking back to third, but I think Streety will come in, and he will. So it is a chase, travel, base hit, and then an error mixed into the fray.
Now batting number 16, Daniel Phillips.
So a couple of base runners are on there at second and third. One run will play, 7-1 contest. And coach out to talk to Alex Scarborough. And Scarborough staying on the bump, getting a couple of fist bumps to boot. Daniel Phillips, who struck out looking in the first, stepping into the batter's box with a couple of base runners on. Shutout no longer intact. Was 7-zip, now 7-1 with 2 in scoring position and 1 away. Austin Harp to the on-deck circle. It is fouled out of play. .57 into the game, which I think puts us 53 away from the time limit, or thereabouts. That's unofficially. Hit back to Scarborough, goes to first for the out there. Throw coming to the plate, and got the out there too. Turns into the double play that goes 1-3-2. And gets Phillips and gets Streety, or make that Wheeler. So Wheelis and Phillips, part of the double play that has scored 1-3-2. 1 run will plate. We go to the 4th. It's a 6-run West Georgia lead.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Your stay in Morristown at the Best Western Plus Morristown Conference Center Hotel. When checking in, be sure to show your Best Western Rewards card and earn points. And make yourself at home in their spacious lobby, plenty of seating room, and a large screen TV await. Enjoy complimentary hot breakfast served from 6 to 10 each day, where you can make your own waffle in the breakfast room. For your comfort, you'll find kitchenettes, suites, king and queen size beds, a dining table, a work desk, and a chair and LCD televisions in their rooms. They also have accommodations for conferences, banquets, and meetings. The Oakwood Room can accommodate up to 160 guests. The Cherokee Room is perfect for a business retreat and can accommodate up to 80 guests. Audiovisual equipment and catering are available to make your event special. Just give them a call to check rates and book one of their meeting or banquet rooms today. The Best Western Plus Morristown Conference Center Hotel.
Top of the 4th, Greg Johansson coming to the plate. He's been on twice, once because of a double, once because of a ground out to second that took his predecessor out, Alex Scarborough.
Leading off number 23, Greg Johansson.
And it is Greg Johansson who will start things off. Austin Stevenson, Jalik DeMar due up in the inning too. Swing and a miss by Johansson at the Cogman pitch. Quickly 0-2. Taylor-Rehobeth getting a run in the top part of the inning. Taking one off of that 7-run lead. It is over into right field and a base hit. Johansson with his second base hit of the game, a leadoff single.
Now batting number 17, Austin Stevenson.
And the base runner at first is Johnson for Austin Stevenson. Stevenson has reached on an error and singled. He's driven in a run. Throw to first. That pops out of Edwards' mitt. But Johansson deciding it did not trickle far enough away to head on to second. And that almost got a piece of Stevenson. Throw down to first, diving back in safely is Johansson. Cogman's got some heat on the fastball, so if you're popped, it's not feeling particularly good. Jalik DeMar moving to the on-deck circle. Cogman's pitch, swung on and missed. Johansson goes, and he's safely there with a stolen base. At second in scoring position, as the count is 1-2 on Austin Stevenson. West Georgia trying to get back that run given up in the bottom part of the third and then some. Taylor-Rehobeth hoping to keep the lead at 6 and chip a little more so into it in the bottom part of the inning. Johansson, big lead at second, and that's where Cogman will go. But Johansson able to get back safely. Harp covering the bag like a first baseman holding on the runner. Saw West Georgia do this yesterday. That is floated in the direction of left field, and the catch is made there. Used to be Streety in left, but now there is a new fielder, and we'll see if we can get some numbers for you.
Now batting number 4.
Well, he's donning 11. So that is going to be Levi Blocker now in left. Jalik DeMar reached on errors, advanced on errors, scored on errors, and the first delivers with a base hit into right field. And Johansson coming home on the single by DeMar. It'll be an RBI for tomorrow as Johansson scores. And West Georgia getting that run back, given up in the bottom of the third, back to a 7-run lead. Josiah Purnell coming to the plate. And a runner coming in for DeMar. That is Damian Cobb, who will run for DeMar. Throw going to first, and Cobb getting back safely. Inside pitch on Purnell. Purnell reached on an error twice in innings 1 and 3. And E5 got him on in the first, and E6 got him on in the third. On the outside part of the plate, the count goes even. One ball, one strike, one out. There's strike two. Now Purnell was going to the dugout thinking that was three. But just a couple of strikes on Purnell, so he is summoned back to the box. And will step in and await the 1-2 from Cogman. Two-two offering. Popped up. Over towards Phillips at second. Won't be able to make the catch. Now Cobb's got to try to get the second before the throw is there and won't. Unusual 4-6 put out. But it results in the out. And Purnell is at first.
Now batting, number 31, Kyle McFadden.
Two gone for Kyle McFadden. McFadden struck out looking in the first, was hit by a pitch in the third. Talon Hutchinson moving to the on-deck circle. Taylor-Rehobeth's bottom of the fourth features the 3, 4, and 5 spots. Purnell goes. Cole was firing down, but Cogman stopped it. Cut it off. Couple of pitches outside of the strike zone to McFadden. Purnell in scoring position at second. Harp holding him on at second. Over it goes to Trammell at third. His throw is into the dirt but dug out by Edwards. And McFadden will hit into the 5-3. 1 run will plate the lead back to 7. We have finished 3.5 going to the bottom of the fourth. 8-1 West Georgia.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Ozark, a quaint southern town in southeast Alabama, home of Fort Rucker, the world's largest helicopter training facility, and the Army Aviation Museum. While you're in Ozark, enjoy unique shopping and dining. Visit our beautifully manicured downtown square, home of Claybank Jamboree and the Ozark Crawdad and Music Festival. Relax at Ed Lisenby Lake with its excellent fishing and 3-mile walking and birding trail. But no baseball enthusiast can leave Ozark without visiting historic Eagle Stadium, built in 1946. Come enjoy Ozark.
Wherever life takes you, remember all roads lead to Econo Lodge. We make travel easy. Econo Lodge, easy stop on the road.
Austin Harp leading off the bottom of the fourth. He is struck out. Alex Scarborough working into the fourth inning for West Georgia. Nick Cogman, Martavius Edwards due up in the inning too. on the outside part of the plane, and the count evens up at 1. Overcast day here in Ozark. Nobody complaining about the clouds. We're saving all the complaining for the heat and any rain that might fall. There is a base hit that falls into right center field. Purnell will catch up with it, but not before the double is recorded. Austin Harp on to begin the 4th.
Now batting number 23, Nick Cogman.
Nick Cogman popped out to center field his last plate appearance, comes to the plate here in the 4th with an RBI opportunity. Martavius Edwards to the on-deck circle. Cogman fouling it away. Nothing in 1 on Cogman. He was the first out in the 2nd inning and hopes to avoid being the first out in the 4th. Harp diving back in safely at 2nd. Scarborough with the throw. First of 6 today. And the 13th of 18, or actually 17 pool play games here at Eagle Stadium. Game 6 today pits the Pool A winner and the Pool B winner. And then tomorrow morning, a little later start, 9 a.m. One offering to Cogman. That's underneath the mitt at first of McFadden into right field. Harp putting on the brakes, rounding 3rd, and now Stevenson, or actually that is Scarborough, firing over to Johansson. And Harp baiting a throw over, able to get back in safely. Meanwhile, that gives an opportunity for Cogman to get to 2nd. So it's an E3 that gets Cogman on. And it's the concern with Harp at 3rd that gets Cogman to 2nd. Gavin Cole moving to the on-deck circle as Martavius Edwards steps in. And Cogman getting a courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner number 45, Ethan Davis.
That is Ethan Davis running for Cogman at 2nd. Couple of base runners on, 8-1 contest, bottom of the 4th. 1 hour, 15 minutes in. 35 away from the time limit. Home team down by 7. Visitors leading it by that margin, but Taylor-Rehobeth threatening to score here in the 4th, and they will. Edwards delivering into left field. Harp will come in and score. Davis will come in and score as it gets beyond left fielder Talon Hutchinson, and that allows Edwards to go to 2nd. It is a base hit that brings in 1. It is an error that brings in the other and gets Edwards to 2nd.
Now batting number 62, Gavin Cole.
And here comes Coach to the Hill to talk to Alex Scarborough, and also has a conversation with his first baseman. Of course, it was the first baseman's error that allowed one of the 2 runs to come in. Or actually, it allowed Cogman to get on. And then it was the error in left field that allowed one of the two runs to come in. First charged visit in the inning, but staying on is Alex Scarborough. He will stay on the hill. Here in the bottom of the fourth in an 8-3 game with a base runner in scoring position, Edwards and Gavin Cole, who came in to catch when Harp went to short, getting his first at-bat of the game. Throw to second and almost got Edwards. Edwards able to dive in safely. The throw in the tag, pretty close. Scarborough's pitch, Cole awaits. Swing and a miss. Here's the 0-1 offering to Cole. Sam Duke moving to the on-deck circle. It is fouled out of play. And actually got a pinch hitter coming in for Duke. That is Christian Traylor, who will bat next and has moved to the on-deck circle. Cole rolls it towards third, but foul. Scarborough back up onto the hill and grabbing his lead at second is Martavius Edwards. The pitch to Cole, foul back. Here's the 0-2. Outside, 1 ball, couple of strikes. Sun in and out, which again, nobody complaining about either sun or clouds. The rain could create problems. We've pretty much dodged rain. There's been some rain, but not that it's hindered play. There's been no play suspended here at Eagle Stadium because of the precip. Did have one game moved from Wallace Dothan to here because of the rain. Cole strikes out. There's one away here in the fourth. Christian Traylor pinch hitting for Sam Duke.
Now batting number 14, Christian.
That is the fifth strikeout of the game for Scarborough. And Christian Traylor getting an at-bat here in the bottom of the fourth. Isaiah Streety, he's being replaced in the batting order as well. Levi Blocker is moving to the on-deck circle to bat in the spot previously occupied by Streety. Another pitch into the strike zone to Traylor. Here's the 0-2 offering. Scarborough looking at Edwards, pitching to the plate, got the outside part, and Traylor strikes out. And there's 2 gone with Levi Blocker coming to the plate. Blocker pinch hitting for Isaiah Streety. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Brian Wheelis moving to the on-deck circle. Another one. And Alex Scarborough apparently has found his groove again. Struck out 2 in the first, 2 in the second. strikeoutless in the third, but has fanned 2 in the fourth. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Just a little bit low. One ball, couple of strikes, 2 gone. Popped up, center field. Purnell reaches up, makes the catch, and Edwards will stay on. 2 runs will plate, though. Taylor-Rehobeth makes it an 8-3 game as we head to the top of the 5th.
Pitch count 60. Pitch count 60.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Ozark, a quaint southern town in southeast Alabama, home of Fort Rucker, the world's largest helicopter training facility, and the Army Aviation Museum. While you're in Ozark, enjoy unique shopping and dining. Visit our beautifully manicured downtown square, home of Claybank Jamboree and the Ozark Crawdad and Music Festival. Relax at Ed Lisenby Lake with its excellent fishing and 3-mile walking and birding trail. But no baseball enthusiast can leave Ozark without visiting historic Eagle Stadium, built in 1946. Come enjoy Ozark.
Just about all white. Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Crafts got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Taylor-Rehobeth getting a couple of runs out of the top, make that bottom part of the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th. West Georgia with a 5-run lead. Talon Hutchinson, who reached on an error and produced an RBI on a 4-3 putout coming to the plate. He is 0 for 2. Floats this one in the direction of right field, and that's going to drop in as a base hit. Leadoff single for Hutchinson. Jacob Walker coming to the plate. Alex Serra slated to go next. Cogman, who came in after an inning of work from Streety, has worked the second on. It pops out of the mid of Cole, and Hutchinson will go to second.
Now batting goes in, Jacob Walker.
Well, if you're looking at time as a possible factor to end the game, 25 minutes from the max allowed for this one. Wild pitch to the screen. Hutchinson to third, and he's there safely. Jacob Walker has singled. He's popped out. He's 0 for 1. I'll make that 1 for 2. Hutchinson thinking about coming from third home. Cole able to find that baseball before he does so. And Cogman will go outside with the pitch to Walker, so a couple of base runners on. At first and third, Alex Serra coming to the plate.
Batting number 21, Alex Serra.
Serra has popped out to short and singled, 1 for 2. After the single in the third, advanced to second on a wild pitch, to third on a wild pitch. There's another wild one over the head of Serra, and that allows Walker to advance to second. Runners at second and third. Here in the top part of the fifth, 5-run lead, West Georgia. And coach coming out to talk or get Cogman. Let's see. And he's going to get him. And Cogman's not happy, as you can see. So the new pitcher coming in, we'll take a look at the pitcher and get you some Cogman numbers when we come back. Levi Blocker, the new pitcher. What you see is the end result of a wild pitch that brings in Hutchinson from third. And Jacob Walker will go to third as Levi Blocker has come in from left, left field. Went out to left to replace Streety and now comes up onto the hill to replace Cogman. Cogman working 3 innings, faced 11. Gave up 4 hits, no strikeouts, 1 walk. And now another wild pitch, the walk and the run. Serra walks, Walker comes home. And West Georgia takes a 7-run lead. Back to the top of the order, Alex Scarborough next. Scarborough has popped out twice, reached on an error. And now it looks like Cole is going to be relieved of his duty behind the plate. And Harp might be coming back. And Cogman, it appears, is going to move back over to short. So we've got several changes coming up defensively. We will sort through those. Let's see if we've got time to do this.
It was in 1957 when 23 members of the Alexandria, Louisiana Youth Baseball Association saw the need to change a long-held practice of 13-year-olds competing in a division with 14 and 15-year-old athletes. These nearly 24 baseball progressives envisioned a league in which teens could exhibit their talents on a field custom designed for their skill sets, with rules that would allow for a smoother transition to traditional baseball-sized playing fields. It was in that year that these baseball visionaries gave birth to DIXIE Boys Baseball. The program had humble beginnings, with 7 leagues formed in the first year. For 3 years, DIXIE Boys Baseball only existed in Louisiana, but in 1960, Mississippi joined, in 61, Alabama, and today there are more than 350 leagues in 11 states, more than 1,200 teams, and better than 25,000 participants in programs for 13 through 19-year-olds. When DIXIE Boys Baseball turned 16, the now National Board of Directors of DIXIE Boys decided it was time to grow again. And in 1973,
Well, the answer is don't have time to do that, but certainly like to get that in as often as possible, talking about the 60-plus years of DIXIE baseball. So Harp gets the catcher's gear on pretty quickly, and Alex Scarborough will deliver with a base hit.
Now batting, number 23, Greg Johansson.
And gets aboard. We'll get that to you a little bit later. Couple of base runners on, nobody out, 7-run lead. He belongs to West Georgia, Greg Johansson, who has a couple of base hits, 2 for 3 in the game. Stepping into the batter's box. Carpenter is the new third baseman. Cogman has moved to short. Harp now behind the plate. Johansson turning away from the pitch and actually got a piece of it for a strike. Popped up on the infield. Phillips makes the catch at second. And Johansson is out, number 1.
Batting, number 17, Austin Stevenson.
Austin Stevenson, an RBI single in the second. In between, an error he reached on in the first and a pop out to left field in the fourth. 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Levi blocker into the dirt outside. Sarah to third, Scarborough to second. So we can close out the books on Cogman. 3 innings, 11 faced, 4 hits given up, and he allows a total of 3 runs. And Stevenson is hit by the pitch. And the bases are loaded. And here comes Coach to talk to Blocker. Doesn't look like he's out to pull Blocker, just to settle him down a bit.
Now batting, number 4, Jalik DeMar.
Bases loaded, top of the 5th, 10-3 game. If you're looking at triggers that can end the game a little early, one of those is the run rule. Run rule is 15 after 3, 12 after 4, 10 after 5. Bases are loaded. If all 3 come in, it becomes a 13-3 game, and then you got to go to the home half of the inning. But some pressure beginning to be applied as Jalik DeMar steps in. Base is full. Levi blocker awaits. That is ripped towards left field, and that's going to get well over the head of Holden Everidge. Will it clear the bases? Sarah comes in. Scarborough comes in. Stevenson comes in. And wisely putting on the brakes is Jamar. A bases clearing triple. And the lead goes to 10.
Now batting number 15, Josiah Purnell.
And now where Taylor-Rehobeth is concerned, as you've got a courtesy runner coming in, Damian Cobb,
6, Damian Cobb.
for DeMar. But now you've got to score some runs if you're Taylor-Rehobeth in the bottom part of the inning. Of course, the question at this point is how many runs. Right now, you just need to score one. Josiah Purnell with Kyle McFadden moving to the on-deck circle. One away. Base runner in third is Cobb running for DeMar. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Purnell. Outside, goes to the screen. Cobb from third, and he's going to slide right into the tag. Harp thought about throwing into blocker, covering the plate, but Harp said, I think I can get there. And tags out Cobb. Out number 2, bases cleared. Purnell hits it to short. Cogman fields. Over to first, catch made. And out will go Purnell on the 6-3. Taylor-Rehobeth has got to have a run in the bottom of the 5th to send the game to the 6th. Back with the 5th after the break on JockJive Sports.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Ozark, a quaint southern town in southeast Alabama, home of Fort Rucker, the world's largest helicopter training facility, and the Army Aviation Museum. While you're in Ozark, enjoy unique shopping and dining. Visit our beautifully manicured downtown square, home of Claybank Jamboree and the Ozark Crawdad and Music Festival. Relax at Ed Lisenby Lake with its excellent fishing and 3-mile walking and birding trail. But no baseball enthusiast can leave Ozark without visiting historic Eagle Stadium, built in 1946. Come enjoy Ozark.
Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Bottom of the 5th, bottom of the order, Brian Wheelis leading things off. Chase Trammell, Daniel Phillips for Taylor-Rehobeth. A couple of pitches, both into the strike zone. Taylor-Rehobeth needs a run to extend the game to the 6th. Of course, time a factor now, as we are right about 10 away. That's actually Shavers getting an at-bat for Wheelis.
Now batting number 20, Chase Trammell.
Well, I'm looking down my roster for a Shavers. Don't see it, but saw it on the back of the jersey. So it was not on the lineup card. But Shavers getting an at-bat, strikes out, 1 away. And we go back to the top of the order. Chase Trammell wrapped into the 1-3 and single. 1 for 2 in the game. Daniel Phillips to the on-deck circle. Getting overcast here. Breeze blowing out. Out of the strike zone to even the count at 1. Well, here comes Lady into the stands. I think I'm going to wrap up the broadcast and go sit with her. Had 3 boxes of Krispy Kreme donuts. 1-1 offering. Foul off, 1-2. Daniel Phillips on deck. Trammell batting, 1 away, nobody aboard. Bottom part of the 5th. 10-run lead. And Taylor-Rehobeth battling 2 things. West Georgia and their 10-run advantage. Into the strike zone, out number 2. And battling the clock.
Now batting number 3, Colby Ream.
Colby Ream batting in the spot previously occupied by Daniel Phillips. Alex Scarborough strikeouts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 now in the game. And there's 2 gone for Colby Ream. Ream pitch hitting for Daniel Phillips into the strike zone, 0-1. Into the road in pool play. If it stays as is, West Georgia will go 1-2. Taylor-Rehobeth 0-3. 1-1 offering. Another one into the strike zone, 1-2. One ball, couple of strikes. 2 gone. It's down to this pitch to Ream. Swing and a miss. K number 9. Ball game over. West Georgia will win it by 10. 13-3 your final score as pool play wraps up for both. And based on records, no chance to advance to bracket play, but congratulations on getting here, performing here, and West Georgia winning here, 13-3 your final. Thanks so much for watching our coverage. Game 2 is slated for a 10 o'clock start, but probably will begin just a little bit early as Chester County, Tennessee takes on the Wiregrass Cardinals on JockJive Sports. Robert Williamson saying so long, everybody.